Welcome to Partnerships for Healthy Schools, the County of San Diego Health and Human Services Agency and the San Diego County Office of Education. I'm Erin Mahoney, the Senior Director of Community Schools at San Diego County Office of Education.
Hi, I'm Deirdre Kleske with the County of San Diego. I'm part of Live Well Schools, an initiative of Live Well San Diego. The Live Well Schools strategy is to listen to and engage district-level decision makers and provide tools and data analysis to make the case for more investments in student wellness to increase health equity and academic success. Live Well Schools began collaborating with the San Diego County Office of Education, or SDCOE, 8 years ago, bringing a wellness fair to SDCOE's annual summit on student engagement and attendance. Event attendance outgrew the original venue 2 years later, so in 2019, the decision was made to hold the summit in conjunction with the County of San Diego's signature event called the Live Well Advance. The school summit was still separate, but attendees could move between the two events, which were both free of charge. As we know, everything changed in 2020, and the Live Well Advance was held virtually that year and the next, with the summit on the same online platform, basically as the schools track. By the time we could meet in person again, the summit was officially part of the Live Well Advance, with about a third of the 1,800 conference attendees registering for school summit breakout sessions. The summit starts with a superintendent's breakfast and includes 9 breakout sessions throughout the day. This event continues to be offered at no cost to attendees, and we're really looking forward to the 2024 event in November.
As you can hear, our partnership really began years ago, and we really took it to the next level this past October 2023 as the County of San Diego Health and Human Services Agency and our SDCOE leadership team came together in a meeting doing something that had never been done before, making a commitment to align our overarching goals. This first meeting took time to learn about each other's agency promises and our goals and our visions and see where there's opportunity to commit together in serving students and families here in San Diego County. From this time, we were able to set some goals of strengthening and understanding around the community school strategy in both spaces and really learning about what opportunities there were to partner with our Health and Human Services Agency within schools in a different way. Not only are our visions and our goals visually similar, but what we found that at the middle and the heart of this work was really around students and families thriving. So what an incredible opportunity this was to start to think about how we could do this work coherently and integrated in support of the families here in San Diego County. At the heart of SDCOE's North Star goal, much like the Live Well promise and goals at Health and Human Services Agency, is students thriving. And what we did here at SDCOE was make a commitment to reduce the percentage of students who qualify for free and reduced meals, or as many of our folks know, those that are living in poverty, from 51% to 35% by 29-30. We aim to do that at SDCOE through the curb cut culture and transformational teaching and learning in community schools. This is all in alignment with our board goals and our equity blueprint, and all of that can be found on our SDCOE website. What's more important from that, though, is that how this work really does connect to the work San Diego County was doing within the Health and Human Services Agency as well.
It's clear our values align. We also know that many of our kids are still struggling. We know enrollments in self-sufficiency services are at historic highs. We know that partnerships are more important than ever, and that's exactly why we are working together. HHSA's alignment actions with SDCOE over just the past year have led to big changes in how we each do business. HHSA and SDCOE leadership are meeting regularly to establish relationships, uncover collaborative opportunities, and identify strategies to break down barriers for families and students in need of behavioral health services, caregiver support, housing resources, enrollment in CalFresh, CalWorks, and other financial supports, and more. Staff members in those departments are beginning to participate in events where they can meet face-to-face with district and school staff who understand the needs of their school community, but not always where to find available resources. To support this, Live Well San Diego created an interactive map that identifies the HHSA programs in each of the more than 750 schools in San Diego County. With 43 districts and nearly 500,000 students, we then identified a promising place to start: community schools. Next is a short video that we created together to raise awareness about community schools and understanding about what we're aiming to achieve together.
A lot of the kids, they don't get our basic necessity or needs. It's not the main priority. Not even school is sometimes,
Es importante hablar, decir sí necesito ayuda, ¿verdad? Porque si no la pedimos, esa ayuda, ¿cómo podemos ayudar a nuestros hijos?
Our community needs our help. Our children, our families, all need some support and help to be ready to learn. We at San Diego County Health and Human Services are very proud to partner with County Office of Education and the Community Schools Initiative to come together in an unprecedented collaboration to help all of the residents in San Diego County live a healthy life, to thrive, and to live a safe life.
So the community school strategy really takes time to understand the needs of the families and strategically implement program strategies to support those needs, from medical to transformational teaching strategies to culture to community, just even through restorative practices, rebuilding that community and trust within the family with the school. It's a strategy that focuses on the needs of the most marginalized, underserved, under-resourced families and communities.
This is so important because if a family is facing food insecurity or doesn't have enough money to pay their rent or doesn't have a place to live, then things like schools become less of a priority. With the concept of community schools, they place family in the center. And it's very much like what the county is doing in terms of placing the community in the center of all its programs and services.
Our schools are uniquely positioned to be places where our students can truly thrive, where we can start to provide services and supports to families in a space that is comfortable, in a space that hopefully has spent some time building trust through this strategy, and ultimately really be able to think about how we can design the way that we support our families and take San Diego County just to the next level of really flourishing all together.
The beautiful thing about this strategy is that it looks different at every community school. And so what we have seen at a variety of our community schools are that there are priorities that need to address chronic absenteeism, that need to address mental health, that need to address safety, need to address student engagement. And so what that looks like in each community is different.
So I think the partnerships aspect, I think that's the most dynamic and unique part about community schools, because every single community school really gets to set out and determine what partnerships and resources are best going to serve their students and their community.
We all know that no one organization or no one entity can address the community issues alone. Certainly not schools and certainly not the County of San Diego. But when we work together and when we bring in what we do best and what our partners do best and really come together and address these issues, then we can see true outcomes and we can see success from a county-wide perspective, but also for those individual students and their families, and making sure that they are set up for success.
I think right now what makes this new partnership so effective is the alignment and the synergy between HHSA and the County Office of Ed. That both of us are really centered on creating a sense of belonging for that child and that family. One of the things that we know actually through research now is that there is an antidote to those adverse childhood experiences, and they're called positive childhood experiences. And one of the key questions, if we know children are getting those positive childhood experiences, is whether or not they feel a sense of belonging in school.
Community schools are absolutely the future for our children and families to thrive in. It is an open invitation for all of our partners to join us in support of the well-being and the growth and the development of our kids moving forward. Community schools is the way to go. Every single one of our public school buildings should be lit up and activated to implement this strategy for our children and families.
The people in the school are just nice, like they care about you.
Como mamá, me siento orgullosa de mi hijo y sobre todo
orgullosa de esta escuela y siempre le estaré dando las gracias a esta escuela por sus servicios.
When you're here, you're always going to be supported. You're always going to have somebody, and you're never going to feel like you're alone.
As you can see, this partnership is something that is truly unprecedented here in San Diego County. We are so excited to be able to share with you what we've been able to do here in San Diego County so that you might learn something and see what could work in the counties that you're serving as well. From that first meeting back in October 2023, we decided we were going to take some time to be in space with one another. And so thus, our collaborative Community Schools Network meeting came about this May in 2024. With over 200 attendees and presentations from 5 of our HHSA departments and 211 San Diego, we were able to learn with schools and agency staff about what community schools were, along with all of the different agency offerings in support of students and families across San Diego County. From that meeting, we really learned and had overwhelmingly positive responses, but that each region wanted to be connected to those services and supports that directly meet the needs of their families that they serve. And so we began regional network meetings in partnership with HHSA and schools. And this first meeting took place in our South region, which supports about 6 large school districts and a number of charter schools. With close to 200 attendees again, we not only learned about what services could support families in the South region, but what community-based organizations provide those services, and then took some time in the afternoon to look at some goals, create relationships, and see where there's alignment to move past transactional, one-time services for families and into partnerships that become sustainable beyond when the Health and Human Services Agency and San Diego County Office of Ed are creating spaces like this for partnerships to happen. Because our goal is ultimately to create this space, but to build the capacity of those that are on the ground with families every single day so that they continue this work without us even in the room. We're so excited about what's begun here in San Diego County, and I have to say, working at SDCOE, I feel like my county partners in HHSA are just part of the team. I really do believe that we have such incredible alignment, and the way that we are working together in service of students and families is something that truly is nothing I've ever experienced before. We not only plan to do regional meetings across each region, but we hope to continue to dive into some of our other goals and priorities like joint data systems, seeing how we can connect our child and family well-being prevention hubs into schools, and so many more opportunities. We are really excited to be hosting our next Community Schools Network meeting at that Live Well Summit in November, and can't wait to share with you all not only what future activities and events we're hosting together, but ultimately the impact that this is having on students and families in school and in larger San Diego County as a whole. Please, please, please reach out to us. We have so much more that we would love to share with you, and cannot wait to see and to come back and let you all know the impact that this partnership is growing into, to share with you all what our students and families and our schools are experiencing, and to ultimately be just a partner in making this happen across the state of California. Thank you so much.